Hello everyone, today we're going to be doing another unboxing, and here we have is two figurines from the manufacturer's Mega House. It's a 1/8 scale PVC figure of both characters Nekki Basara and Mylene Flare Jenius LiveStage box set from the series Macross 7 or Macross 7. So before we take the figurines out of the box, just in case you didn't know, going back into the timeline, the original Chojuku Yosai Macross or Super Dimensional Fortress Macross or Robotech here in the States was an anime original which was originally aired in 1982 by Tatsunoko Production, which was the starting point of the Macross franchise. And this version of Macross does have a light novel, a manga adaptation, and also a movie adaptation. So moving forward, passing Macross Plus, we do finally get to Macross 7 or Macross 7, which is also an anime original which was originally aired in 1994 by Ashi Production, consisting of 49 episodes, which the series also has its own side specials and other movies such as Macross 7 Plus. We also have Gekijoban Macross 7 Ginga ga Ore wo Yondeiru or Macross 7 The Galaxy is Calling Me movie, Macross 7 Encore OVA, and also a sequel OVA going by the name Macross Dynamite 7 or Macross Dynamite 7. So as you can see here, this is the LiveStage box set box rotating in 360, and this is actually a re-release from the original release of Nekki Basara and Mylene Jenius, which I'll put two pictures here in the back, which were originally released to celebrate Macross's 40th anniversary back in the day, but because they're celebrating Macross 7's 30th anniversary, which was last year, and the figurines released this year, I know it's a little bit complicated, and they re-released Nekki Basara and Mylene in this new package set, goes by the name LiveStage box set. So I'm also excited to take these two out of their box. So without holding you guys back, let's just take both Nekki Basara and Mylene Jenius out of their packaging and see how they look. So as you can see here, before we actually continue on, this does have a little cover here slip, which the magnet is a little bit hard to pop open, but once you have it open, you can actually see their figurines in their packaging. Our little window here that you can see both Nekki Basara and Mylene, which it does have a cool little art here on the top portion half of the slip, and you can see they do have his Ray and Veffidas in the background, which is pretty cool. I kind of want them to make a figurine of both of them so we can have a full set of the Fire Bomber gang. So let's just take them out of the packaging and continue on. So as you can see here, it is a long plastic board here, which we do see is Nekki Basara and also Mylene Jenius with plastic wrapped around them to protect them from getting any scratches or moving around too much in their packaging. So let's remove all this and see how it looks. So starting here with Nekki Basara's base, as you can see here, we do have is the Fire Bomber logo with Basara Nekki written on it, and also a little Macross 7 logo, which looks pretty cool, and the base is actually pretty polished up and it looks pretty shiny. You can see it's quite reflective actually, which looks really great. You can see there is I would assume is a smooth siding here and also a metal peg here, and you do get three of them, so I would assume two on one foot and one on the other. And you can see it is quite reflective, and like I said, it is shiny. And here at the bottom, which is actually a little bit more scratched up than the top, but we don't really see it here. Here we have is information of the figures such as Mega House and also the year which I think initially was released. And we do also get a bottom view of the little pegs here. But besides that, it's pretty great, a really great base. So here we have is Nekki Basara's figure. So you can see here starting at the bottom, just like I said about the base, we do get his holes here on the bottom of his left leg and also one hole on his right leg where you place it onto the base. And because Nekki Basara is also standing on a little bit of a posture, you do get his crease line on his boots and also his suit. So as you can see here, his legs here is also creased up, which is great amount of detail work here with white and also a bit of bluish shading on the side here where every bend of his boot. And because his boot's real tight on his leg, we do kind of get a muscle definition around him. So as you can see, we kind of see his knee popping out, and you see the crease lines here on his boots, which you can see muscle definition, which looks really great because you kind of see his his muscle here, and also from his thigh area, which looks really detailed, which I do really like. You can see his boot goes all the way up here to his thigh area and all the way to his latex suit here, which is also tight pressed against him. So as you see, a lot of crease lines, which looks really detailed. Here we have the bottom here, which looks really great. Here we have his back, which is sculpted real nice, and the way they painted it looks really amazing. So far I'm really liking the way this looks. Here's the guitar, or his little guitar here, and it's not actually connected. It's slightly connected from the side, but you kind of see a little more detail at the bottom of his guitar, which is kind of hard to show you because I can't really get in there, but you can kind of see it's not really pressed up against him. Do be careful though with the guitar here, because this section here is a little bit you can kind of see it moves a little, and I feel like this part could break if you like flick it too hard. So do be careful with this. And besides that, you can see a little bit closer shot here on the guitar, which looks quite detailed. I'm really liking the way it looks. It really captures the guitar when you see in the intro sequence. Which the guitar here has a cool little feature here where it's actually made out of string here, which you can kind of see me strumming it, and it looks really great. But also I kind of am afraid that I feel like this can break if you're not handling with care. So do be careful when handling his guitar section here. You don't want to accidentally snap it and then it's game over. But yeah, here's the guitar on the back side here, quite detailed, and it looks really great. Here's his hand here, which is, I think one of his fingers are pressed up against the little string, but not too much. Which you can see his fingers does have nails on it. Going down his arm here, we do have his muscle mass. As you can see here, the definition of the muscles here look really great, and the detail work here and shading looks really amazing. Going up to his front suit here, we do get his iconic look here with his outfit, and also I see the fishnets here on the inside of his jacket here, which looks really great. You can see the 4 balls in the front section, and also see his right hand, which also has muscle definition, which looks really great and detailed. And his hand here is open because I think this is where you connect the microphone onto his right hand. So I know the hand looks a little bit weird without the microphone, but you can see there's a little holder where you connect the stand microphone on. Here's a back view of his hand here, and also the string here is a little bit flimsy, but so just be careful when handling it because I feel like you can kind of snap it. But you can see his outfit, the 2 extra balls on the back side here, and yeah, it looks real great. I like the detail work here. You can kind of see his collarbone, his muscle from his neck area, and yeah, it looks quite detailed. And I just kind of noticed that his skin color looks a little bit darker than the rest of his body. It's probably the lighting that's hitting it, but I noticed that it's kind of darker, so it's like shaded a little bit weird. I don't know if you guys can see it too. Maybe it's my lighting, but you can kind of see his face is a little bit more darker than the rest of his body color. Almost he has a tan. Maybe that's just me. I'm seeing a little bit of a tan on it, so I got a tan Nekki Basara. But besides that, you can kind of see a closer look of his face. Look quite detailed. You can see his glasses actually has lenses, unlike other figures I've gotten that don't got. Which you can see his mouth opening wide, saying, "Listen to my song," you know. And look, you can see his eyebrows, and you can see the detail work of his hair also looks really great. You can see his hair go all the way up like a front fro, which looks really cool. And you can see a lot of detail work here. They gave it a lot of texture work here around his hair. We can see individual lines and stuff. We can see the starting point where the flow goes all the way up to his front fro, which looks really great. I kind of feel like having this style, but I need to grow out my hair to do something like this. But it looks cool. I'm really loving the way this figure looks, and the amount of detail work on this looks really great. Besides the skin being a little bit more darker than the rest of his body, it still looks really amazing. I really like the way this figure looks, and his face here, like I said, maybe it's the lighting, I don't know, but besides that, this figure looks really cool. So let's just connect this to the base and see how it looks. See, here we have his Nekki Basara's mic. As you can see here, it's just your average mic stand, which honestly looks quite detailed, but not really too big. They did give it a nice little like shiny finish to the silver parts of it. Here we have is the little adjustments of the stand, and here at the top here is the mic, which, like I said, it's not quite detailed. We do have a little peg hole, like I said, which goes on his right hand, but besides that, not really too much I can say. It looks really cool, I guess. And but you know what will be really cool? Once I connect this to actual Nekki Basara. But besides that, it's just your regular average microphone stand. So let's just connect it to the figure and see how they look. Alright, so now let's move on to the next figurine, Mylene Jenius. Alright, as you can see here, we do have his Mylene Jenius's base. As you can see, it's quite different. She does come with a 7 on her base, but just like similarly to Nekki Basara, she does have the Firebomber logo and also her name on the base. Which the difference between her, besides the 7, is she comes with 2 little peg stands here, and also one connected to the 7, and also she does come with Guvava, which I'll be showing you that later. And like I said, besides the 7, the base is actually quite shiny and polished. It's quite reflective with a slim little dents here on the side, and besides that, it looks really great. The 7 is also a cool addition, and just like Nekki Basara, it's quite shiny. And here's the bottom here, which we do get information such as Mega House. Here at the bottom, 2021, which I think was the original release date of the figure. But besides that, it's actually quite unique compared to Nekki's base. So let's just go show you guys Mylene. So here we have his Mylene Jenius. So not as much work here. Here we have is the bottom. We have 2 holes, just like we connected to the base, and we also have is this little hole on her right leg, which connects to the 7. So as you can see here, quite detailed. We have is her high heels here, with a bit of a pinkish, whitish, with a little bit of blue on the side. But because she doesn't really wear much like Nekki Basara, and you can see we have a little bit of detail on her boots, but not too much. We here have the side of both foot, and just we have is her regular legs here. Not really too like detailed work. It's just her, you know, PVC legs, which looks really cute, I guess. And here we have it all the way to her outfit, to her guitar, and her outfit looks quite detailed. She's actually a little bit of a posture looking to the side, so she has a little bent on her, and the outfit looks quite detailed. And her guitar here on the side here is actually a little bit more stronger than Nekki Basara. So, but either way, still be careful with the little clip here on the side of her guitar. You don't want to accidentally flick it and break it. And here we have her strap that is a little bit delicate as well, so do be careful with that. And it's just like Nekki, we can kind of see more of her guitar, but it's not actually like really connected to her, just the tip of it. And just like Nekki Basara's, her guitars also has little strings on it, which do be careful, because I feel like if you break this, I don't know if you'll be able to fix it. but all the way up to the side here, a lot of detail work here on her guitar. It's quite smaller compared to Nekki Basara's large guitar, and she's actually quite skinny. Now that I'm holding her, she's actually like quite small too, which makes sense because she's actually really young in the series. And we do have a lot of detail work here on her outfit. A lot of little crease lines you can kind of tell because she's in a slight bend. And you can kind of see the crease lines here and also here at the bottom. And here on her back, her outfit's actually a little bit pressed up against her, so you can kind of see it was her back line all the way to her bottom. And her hair here, which I really love the pink vibe of her hair here, flowing in the wind, almost like she jumped, and she's like doing her posture there, which looks really great. I really like like I said, I really like the way it looks. Here's a little bit flexible, her hair, so do be careful that you don't want to accidentally flick her hair and break it. But besides that, it actually looks quite detailed. You can kind of see the lines going from the top of her head all the way to the tips of the hair that go all the way flowing down, which looks quite detailed, which I really do like. Usually when they add all these lines on the hair of like some of the figurines, it gives it more details on it. You can kind of see her, you know, little cowlicks on the top of her hair all the way to the front of her face, which look really cute. And you can kind of see a closer look on her headbands here and her face, which, like I said, they did a great job on her face. Unlike Nekki Basara, which has a little bit of a tan, her face matches the rest of her body, which looks really great. You kind of see she also has the little shoulder pads here on the side, which look really great. I'm really liking the way this figure looks. She's quite cute and small, and you can kind of see her fingers have a little bit of pink on her fingernails, and which looks great. Overall, it's quite cute. She's actually really smaller than I thought she'd be, but besides that, I don't really have much bad to say. But she's not as detailed as Nekki Basara, so let's just connect it to her base and continue on to the next part. So here we have is Gubaba. Gubaba? Yeah, Gubaba. I know, kind of weird, but yeah, you see his tail here. I think it's a little rat thing from space. It looks pretty cute. You can see his little legs here, which looks quite detailed. You can kind of see they did add a lot of lines on his hair parts, which is his whole body, which quite detailed. He does have a little hole here where you do connect the little peg here to put on her base. But besides that, not really much to show you. It's quite cute. You can kind of see his little eyes looking forward, and his tail's a little bit flexible too. So I think on the box you do see how you can actually connect the piece. There's actually the little dent into her base, while the little more solid end goes into the Gubaba. It's a little bit confusing, but I can show you right here. You just connect this piece here, and the little dent here on the side goes onto her base. But do be careful, because I feel like you should not put too much force into it. So you can actually remove this little paper here from the box, and you can actually get a little background here with both Ray and Veffidas Fire Bomber logo at the bottom, and you can actually have this displayed to be almost as if you're like the little art piece we saw in the beginning. Placing Nekki Basara and Mylene here, almost making it almost like it's a little concert. Still, I would prefer them to release a Veffidas and a Ray figure to have them all together sculpted as the Fire Bomber gang, rather than just a sheet of paper. Alright guys, so that was Mega House's 1/8 scale PVC figures of the characters Nekki Basara and Mylene Flare Jenius. LiveStage box set from the series Macross 7. So all in all, I gotta say is I really love the way these figures look. I was originally going to buy them separately, but when I heard about this figure or these re-releasing as a box set, I was like, I had to get my hands on them. So now that I have this, I'm happy. I don't know if the face of Nekki is supposed to be a little bit darker like this. I mean, I've seen pictures where he's a little bit lighter, so I don't know if that's maybe an issue of my figure or that's an issue of the re-release. But if you do have this live box set, did your guys' Nekki Basara come a little bit more darker than the rest of his skin, or is that just me? Or maybe that's just the lighting, I don't know. But anyways guys, I'm going to leave it off here. I don't really have much to say. If you have not actually seen Macross 7, highly recommend it. It's such a great show. So that's going to be the end of this one, guys. I don't want to keep holding you guys off. I'm going to leave you guys off with the box, with the figurines rotating in 360, and also them separately to get a better view of both figurines. So hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And also remember the most important thing, to be fire, if you know what I'm talking about.
Should die.